Every other name, you will become greater. You may be great now. Before this time next year, you'll be far, far greater. There is a God in the heavens who will pick you from where you are now and take you to where you are flying. Before this time next year, you'll be flying. Your journey to the top will never cease. God will move you higher and higher. He will take you to greater heights. From this moment onward, anytime I hear concerning you, it will be from a higher height.
Television, divinely original.
Up to 100 military experts and medics. The aid mission comes after Russian President Putin offered support to the Italian Prime Minister on the phone. It's help that Italy badly needs. Behind closed doors and shuttered windows of the Lombardy region, people are already reeling from the 546 deaths recorded on Saturday. Here, like all over the country, just one hope, that maybe Italy will emerge soon from one of the darkest chapters in recent history.
Correspondent Alessio Peroni joins us now from Milan. Alessio, those new numbers, so the number of people in Italy who've died from the coronavirus in just the last 24 hours, 651. That figure, though, lower than yesterday. And that's seemingly giving some people a reason to hope, right? I mean, is this indicating maybe that the lockdown is having a positive effect?
Hello, and thanks for having me. Yeah, it's hard to call as positive, but yeah, they seem to suggest that they are positive, relatively positive compared to what we've seen yesterday. Even here in Lombardy, new figures just announced. Yesterday in Milan, there were 868 new cases. Today, only 424.
Okay,
but still it's half the number. Deaths also here in Lombardy, 546 yesterday, 361 today. Now authorities have warned against taking these numbers as a sign that the spread of the virus is slowing down. It could be one day. We'll see in the next few days. We'll tell if the spread is slowing down, if the lockdown effects are coming in and kicking in. But I think for one day we need to be cautious, and it might be early to tell.
Tempting, of course, to look for silver linings given how drastic the situation has been there. The Prime Minister announcing tighter measures, tighter restrictions on movement in Italy. Give us some details about what the Prime Minister announced.
Yeah, so I think it's important to remember for the audience that the lockdown that was in place in Italy was not a full-blown lockdown like the one we saw in Wuhan. It was, some people refer to it, talking to me on the phone, as a 2/3 of a lockdown or 3/4 of a lockdown. So industrial activity, agriculture, and many workplaces were allowed to carry on during the previous lockdown. Now with the measures announced yesterday, it's not quite clear when they will start taking effect. But with the measures announced yesterday, many businesses will have to work from home or shut down altogether. Now there's still a long list of operations that are allowed to continue working. Supply chain for medical goods, including, for example, glue factories, agriculture, public transport. So still quite a lot of businesses will remain open. But this is probably somebody in the Italian Civil Protection in a press conference said that this is probably
appreciate him, but we have Pastor Areola in the house. Yes. And he's a pastor, he's a zonal pastor in the Redeemed Christian Church of God. And I'm saying we should appreciate him because today is his 23rd wedding anniversary.
Congratulations.
So, congratulations.
Wow. Shout out to mommy out there.
To the sunshine.
Oh, I tell you.
Yeah. Because That's our wife.
I tell you.
Not our wife.
Not our wife.
My wife is not our wife. So, congratulations to
Congratulations,
Sunshine.
Mommy. God bless you.
On your 23rd wedding.
God bless your romance.
Once again, you are
congratulations,
welcome,
sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
And then you have been hearing the noise. You have been hearing
Oh,
her
my
talk.
goodness.
And we have tonight our wonderful and beautiful mommy all the way from Lagos Province. 61. Mommy Gold.
Good evening, everybody.
Adeoye. You are welcome on Living Couple.
Thank you,
and
Mommy.
then we will celebrate mothers.
Yes.
Because today is
Mother's Day.
So I think we can clap for the mothers. So to all mothers out there, we are saying Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
I know when the Father's Day comes, we will celebrate the fathers too. But I know the fathers are celebrating us. Yes, I know you are. So we want to thank everyone that have been watching this program. We want to thank you for your comments. We want to thank you for your encouragement. And for those that are watching for the very first time, I want you to know that this program is meant for married couples. And maybe those intending to about getting married so that they can learn and know what has been happening in homes so that they don't make the same mistakes some people have made. Or even if there is those mistakes coming up, you know how to handle those issues. And if you have not watched us before, we have some of our exciting programs. Those past episodes, they're on YouTube. You can get to like us on Facebook, Twitter. Then we have another new app, HO Prime. And there it's meant for all those in the Europe where there's an app that you can download. If you have an Android or an iPhone, you just download the app, click on it, and you get to watch Daddy Gio's messages, programs, Mommy Gio's programs, and other exciting programs. And I know that as you do that, the Lord will bless you mightily in Jesus' name.
Amen.
My name is Oluwatoyin Olalekan, presenting tonight. And before we start...
AKA Regional Mommy.
Before we start all things, we have to commit all things into the hands of God. So I will ask the celebrating man tonight to start with the word of prayer.
Shall we pray? Daddy Lord, we thank you for this honor you are giving to us to learn at your feet. Yes. We thank you for our viewers. We thank you for everything you've done in time past. Daddy Lord, please accept our thanks in Jesus' name.
Amen.
We are going into the program proper now to attempting to answer those questions. Holy Spirit divine, please take absolute control.
Amen.
Lead us, guide our tongue.
Amen.
Take absolute control.
Amen.
And give succor to all that are hurting.
Amen.
Have your will, Lord.
Amen.
Jesus' name we have prayed.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes,
once again, we want to say we are sorry for coming a little bit late, but we are going to take the questions as quick as possible. We have so many questions here, and I know that as we are discussing them, the Lord will be ministering to so many homes. Amen. And there will be transformation in your home.
Amen.
Amen. Here we have a question. It says, I committed adultery, that the person committed adultery, and she said when she committed adultery, when I told him about it, he refused to say sorry. What do I do? Okay, I think he said when he because the question, sorry, he said my committed adultery. I think the English, she omitted some things. So maybe the husband committed adultery, and when I told him about it, but he refuses to say sorry. What do I do? I don't know if that can. I think we should take the next question because the question is not. So good evening, ma'am. My name is Nelson. What can a young guy that wants to get married do to know that that person is our true partner, his partner? As the person is.
Okay. I think my assumption is those who are asking the questions are believers.
Okay.
They are Christians, and so I will have that assumption. Now, in this case, you can carry your pastor along, inform him so that he can pray with you. And more importantly, you need to pray. And I'll tell you some areas by which you can hear from God, because especially it's your life. You have to hear from him. You can hear from God through a small, still voice. You can hear from God through dreams, vision, And God can speak to your heart, you know. You get conviction through that. But it is very, very important. I also want to let you know that through prayers, God can show you your partner. It's doable, it's practicable.
Okay, let me just add a little to that question. Yes. One says, is it good to have a morning devotion?
It's compulsory. It's a live wire.
Question, yeah.
You mustn't go out without your family
Maybe the
altar.
person is considering the hustling and bustling of Lagos, or so I don't know where the person is talking from.
To look at that very first question, the truth is, the very first step to getting the will of God is for you to be a child of God yourself. Nobody will give you his child if you are a bastard. I keep telling these things to singles. You cannot live your life anyhow, and then it comes to marriage, you are asking for the will of God. If somebody comes to your house, mommy, to ask for the hand of your daughter in marriage, and the person comes to your house and says, I want to marry your daughter, and then you are asking the person, where are you from? The person said, I'm from one state in Nigeria. And then you ask, where is your father? My father. And then, okay, where's your mother? My mother. You will tell the person to go out of your house.
That's true.
The same way to God. A lot of young people, they just throw into God's presence when it's time to get married. And then you see them at that time getting committed to God, and then they expect God to give them a daughter. God cannot give his daughter to you if you are not his son. You need to have genuine salvation yourself. And then number two, by the time you have given your life to Jesus Christ, learn about marriage. When Jesus Christ was telling his disciples, when they first asked him a question in the New Testament, the first thing Jesus Christ told, when people came to ask him his question is, have you not read? A lot of people are preparing for marriage. They don't know anything about marriage. The only thing they know about is wedding. They know how to get the venue. They know how to get Ashwabi. They don't plan anything. And that is the reason why right from the first night, the woman cannot take up the role of being a mother or a wife. The man cannot take up the role of being a husband. And then problem starts. So when you are planning for marriage, after you are setting the spiritual aspect, also settle both the psychological, the physical, even the monetary aspect.
Okay. There's another question to you. It says, good evening, mommy. My wife is pregnant, but anytime I demand for sex, she will say no. What can I do?
The truth is that pregnancy comes with a lot of discomfort. That's number one. So to this person, I will say, let's believe that, okay, all things are being equal. This woman is just stressed. Now, there's a way you can put a woman in the mood. A lot of men just, when it comes to the time to meet with their wife, they believe they can just bounce on the woman. The truth is that every woman have a spot. So you as a man, especially a husband to a pregnant, there are so many dimensions to a woman. Number one, when she newly comes to your house. Number two, when she starts getting pregnant. And number three, when she starts having children. Number four, even when she stops having children. Now, this time that she's pregnant, you need to understand there are a lot of emotions that comes with that pregnancy. So you need to put her in the mood. Now, for a pregnant woman, number one, before you can have intercourse with a pregnant woman, you need to calm her down. Because for her to carry somebody in her womb, in fact, is a load. So when she's on the bed, you don't enter immediately. You calm her down first. So, and for a pregnant woman, it might not, foreplay might not be what works for her. It is that calming down. Rub her back. Calm her nerves. She's tense. In fact, sometimes she doesn't want to wear any clothes. Calm her down. Now, make sure for the weather now, there are a lot of people that comes, the weather is so hot now, and then the woman is fanning hand fan, sitting at the edge of the bed, using hand fan, and then you are coming that you want to bend on her, she will push you out. So for number one, make the room conducive for her. Okay, make the room, even if it is a small fan. Okay, and even if you don't have the fan, use hand fan. Calm her down first. That's the first step. And then number two, appreciate her. You see, women who are pregnant, they like appreciation. Because women that are pregnant, they see themselves doing something you are not able to do. That is the undertone. So they feel like, So at that time, you can tell her sweet things. My wife, well done. My wife, God bless you. Thank you for carrying our baby. At that time, she will melt naturally. So please, use this procedure and I'm sure it will work.
Okay, so if you are listening, I think you have learned a lot. So just stay cool with her, take it easy with her, so that you will have a wonderful time together.
That question is actually a regional question, but let me help you this night.
I've told you are sitting on the regional seat, so you're okay tonight. This one says, good evening, ma'am. My husband used to cheat. One day, our landlord gave her a ride. On getting home, the husband saw her. Without listening, he packed our loads to her parents' house.
It appears there's no trust in the marriage. For the mere fact that the landlord gave her a ride, it didn't mean they were, I don't know.
It's even the man that is cheating from the question.
The woman said her husband used to cheat, but now she was coming home. The landlord gave her a ride. The husband saw her, in the car, and he didn't listen to anything.
Daddy, say something.
As a man.
I think the husband probably thought that he was at the receiving end, and he just said, this is an opportunity, let me kick this woman out, and so that I can bring in the strange woman. That could be the case. But the question I always ask is, before it gets to this level, just like what Mommy Good was saying, this issue of salvation is very, very important. If the husband is born again, he will not cheat. So I think, again, going to how you started, how did you start? Did you start as believers? If you did not start as believers, now that you are born again, what have you done to, making the man, get saved? And, these are the things, because if a man has the Spirit of God in him, there's no way he will be doing all these things.
Just suspecting her.
But what do you do now? You have to pray. And then maybe you talk to the family members. You have not done anything. You have not. Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You've got to pray.
Yeah.
Prayer can, solve the problem.
Sort the problem out. Yeah.
But another dimension to that question is some men, or let me say partners who cheat, they always see the traces of cheating
in somebody else,
in another person. So they know the moves. So probably the man has seen that the landlord giving you a ride. That was how I started, though. The first girl I slept with, he was through ride, though. And now the man has seen you inside that load and say, hey, carry your load. So what I want to tell the woman is, if the man is actually cheating, and now the man see the landlord giving you a ride and is suspecting you, number one is to clear yourself. Let him know, see, there is nothing between me and the landlord. Because the truth is, we should know this, that in marriage, you owe me an explanation. To be honest with you. Ma, if two people are married, and the way the husband sees the woman inside the car, the man demands explanation. What are you doing in the landlord's car? It might look as if, oh, you're monitoring me. No. If the woman is well nurtured or well cultured, she should come back from that car and explain to the husband, I was going into the market, landlord gave me a ride. Not that you will just sweep it off and assume that your husband don't deserve explanation. Or your wife see you with another lady and then you think your wife does not deserve explanation. She does.
I think, let me just add a little to what you are saying now. I feel maybe because the man cheats on the woman, so she felt there was no need to maybe explain. They would have gotten to that issue of what are you saying?
That their foundation
has
a
problem.
There has been communication breakdown, and that's what resulted in that.
So what she can do now, to be honest, is number one, to pray and to explain to the husband, because the husband might think there's actually something between the landlord. So she needs to explain and watch herself clean. Say, there is nothing. Let her explain.
Okay. Yeah, here says, good evening, mommy in the house. I love the program. God will continue to use you people to bless family. I'm single. I'm a single of 45 years and not yet married, but a worker. I pray, I fast. What can I do?
What's her name?
No name.
Let's pray. Let's stand in the gap for her.
We'll pray. God
will make
God
a
will
way. Intervene. And,
I would just say you don't need to rush. Even though you are 45. Aging, you feel at 45, some people get, pressurized, or they feel have been left on the shelf. And now you just look at it and say, I must just get married. Anybody that comes. You see, sometimes it's good to have your peace. Stay where you are than to enter into fire. Because when you are desperate, you get into, and that men know those that are desperate. And so you just see anyone, this one is, just marry me, at least let me have it. That's not all what marriage does not complete anybody, it only complements you. And that's the truth of it. So, but we know how you feel at 45. We are not praying that you should stay longer, but it's our prayer that we are all agreeing to that before this year ends, God will show you favor.
A little addition to this, before it gets to that 45, there was something very important that if you look at the life of Ruth, the mother-in-law taught her to do. And I see that a lot of our spiritual sisters don't do it. Permit me to use that word, spiritual sisters. When I mean spiritual sisters, I mean people, Christianity is Christianity. There is nothing like spiritual and, once you are a Christian, you are a Christian. But the truth is, when Ruth, the mother-in-law, told her something, he said, go to the field, number one. He said, go and pick the grains. After he picked the grain, he said, come and stay at the feet of that man, of Boaz. What that means is that for a young sister, number one, you have to go out there.
Even before that time, he said, wash yourself.
Thank you, sir.
Wear perfume.
So a lot of sisters, let me pick it from what Daddy said, a lot of sisters, once they are getting out of 25, they begin to neglect themselves. When they are 21, you see this sister, she's conscious of her clothes, she's conscious of her shoes, she's wearing too much. By the time she's 25, 26, 27, 28, all those consciousness begin to drop. God, if she's now 30, some of them even forget. Some of them will say, who's looking at me again? I'm only praying to God. By the time he's 32, 35, you call youth program, you don't see them. You call regional program, you don't see them. They begin to withdraw. And that is where the mistakes are. That is where the devil robs them. Ruth's mother-in-law know this thing. He told her, go to the field. You cannot be looking for husband and be locking yourself in the house. You cannot be looking for husband and be locking yourself up in the church. Go to the field. Go out. Mix with people. Be nice to people. When you see people, greet them on the way. When you see somebody, help out. It could be that your social responsibility that can even make way for you. So the mother-in-law told her, he said, go to the field. And after going to the field, he said, make yourself available. You can't be a sister in church. Immediately they finish church, you carry your bag, pray, you are out. Mix with people, laugh. The brother I want to propose to you for the past 6 months. Immediately after service, the brother will be looking for you. You have gone. As a sister, these are parts of the techniques. Stay around the church. Look, it's not as if you are looking for husband, but there's a way service can announce you. After service, you are there cleaning the chair. Somebody might notice you. Somebody might do this. A woman, I've seen a woman through cleaning chair. She called her son abroad and said, my dear, I've gotten a wife for you. This one that is doing like this for God, she will be useful at home. And it is true. There is no worthy that will be useful for God and be useless in his own life.
Exactly.
So please, young sisters, let's wake up.
Thank you, ma. This one says, good evening, living couple. Please, how do I get my mother love me again? Because I refuse to marry the lady she chose for me, our friend's daughter. Since then, she has turned her back on me. He said Ben from Lagos. She has not even come to see our grandchild since we gave birth.
If she has not come, you go and visit her and let her know that she had her own marriage. It is your own marriage. It is your life. It's just a matter of explanation. And like I've always been saying, we have some people, they are believers in the church. They know the fundamentals, they believe in the church, but at home, they are something else. And so when it comes to the time of marriage, it is what you have presented to your parents that they will give back to you. I'm sorry if well, in this case, you have, if she's not coming to visit the grandchild, you go and visit her and explain to her prayerfully. And before long, she's going to open her heart and she will take you back.
No, it's that question, truly. You should, if you were sitting here, I would have asked you to say something on it first. So you say something on it.
Well, you see what she's saying? Just add something to it now before we move on.
Now, to be honest, I think results can silence any form of argument. If you are married now and the lady is good, you can take the evidence of the product of your marriage and present to your mother. You should understand that definitely she's going to feel hurt because you don't know the depth of the arrangement she has with her friend. You don't know. So tread carefully. Number one, it could be a friend that said, like I know, a friend gave another friend money. The friend stays in UK, gave the friend money to start a business, established her well, and told her, this money I'm giving you is for you to be comfortable, but my daughter in abroad, you know, abroad people, they find it difficult to get husband. They'll keep your son, your son. And the lady said, don't worry, my son. Anything I say, he hear. Once the daughter comes, so fortunately or unfortunately, the daughter came. And the son saw it and said, no, physically this girl does not fit into the physique I want. And the boy said no. And it was a serious heartbreak for the mother. So number one, you should know that you're something, you don't know what caused it. So calm your mother down, apologize. Look, there is no way, there is no offense that apology cannot heal. You have really offended your mother. Let's be real now. Because for her, let's take it quote and unquote. For her to say something and you disobeyed, apologize. So don't go to your mother arrogantly and say, mommy, with your two hands in your pocket, I just said I should come and greet you. Your daughter and your granddaughter are here. No. Come with a form of remorse, mommy. See, I'm sorry. Even I have made mistake. But mommy, you can't pursue me now. I'm still your son. You know, use soft words. Use soft words. And that's your wife. This is a time for her to be as humble as possible. In fact, when she's going to the mother-in-law, let her go as if she's your... In fact, she's your, permit me to use any word, maybe she's even your help. Let her just go as cool. Because if she goes arrogantly, the mother will say, I said it. So let her go. And when she gets there, she can even go on her knees, portrait, mommy, please. I wasn't the one. It's the love that made me marry your son. Such words will soften the heart of the woman.
And let me add a little to that. Because I feel the man has stayed away from the mother too long. For you to have a child and your mom refused to come and you didn't even go, you know, you would have gone because there is no mother that can neglect the child. You know, there's an adage that says no matter how bad the child is, you can't give that child to the lion to devour. No, it's not possible. So you would have been doing the forerun. You have offended your mother. You would have gone, you know, apologize, you know, sweet pet your mom and everything. Then now when you
buy her gifts.
Buy her gifts, this and that. She may not accept the wife immediately, but once she accepts you,
good.
Once she accepts you, it will be easy for you to now make her accept the wife. And that's it. So if the two of you just decided to say she didn't agree and we don't agree, we don't, and put her off, you have not done too well. Even though you are not happy with her, but there is no way you can just neglect your mom.
You can even play a smart one on her. Say, mommy, okay, no worry. Shebi, you are fighting with me. You are fighting with my wife. What about your granddaughter? You can't fight with your granddaughter.
Yeah.
So, carry the granddaughter and go and give her. Put it on her lap.
She cannot. She can't. Yes.
Anyway, somebody might be saying, you don't know there's some women that are bad.
No matter how bad the woman is. Yes, with couple with prayer.
So couple with prayer, the bad aspects. Use prayer to handle that one.
The Lord will help mothers.
Amen.
And also help sons too.
Amen.
So my husband only listens to his sisters. He must inform them if he wants to do anything for me. They must accept before he carries on. Said, what should I do? Because I'm getting tired.
That's his
Zona question. Oh my God.
Okay, we are having a caller. Yes, good evening. How are you? We are hearing you. Okay, God bless you. Please write on with your question.
Okay, yeah. I was married like 10 years ago. The marriage lasted 6 months. I didn't do first white wedding. I didn't do an international wedding. And now the man has left for 9.5 years. And now I'm 22. This I have is that he's no more a Christian. That's what he said. didn't bother to birthday in such case, but my pastor and everybody, even my mom, said I shouldn't marry him. And I was 22 and I got married, and now I'm 32. The time is going up, and I don't really know what to do. Anytime I get emotional.
Sorry, if I can get you right, you said you didn't do any traditional or white wedding? Yeah. So what kind of marriage did you have with him?
Court wedding.
Okay, court wedding, okay. And the marriage lasted for only 6 months?
Yeah, I don't know any of the family.
You didn't meet any of his family members?
No.
Did he meet yours?
Only my mother.
Only your mom.
To be honest with you, this kind of question is not a question we can answer on here.
Yeah.
Because we want to find out from you so many things. So please kindly call back. Because
Maybe
number
later.
one, personally for me, I want to find out where you met the guy. Number two, I want to find out, were you a Christian? As at the time you were getting married, were you born again?
He said the man is not a Christian.
And so it's not to be honest, it's not a question
It's not
we
a
can.
question
So
we
please
can
kindly
talk
call.
about. You call back later.
You will see a number displayed.
For that caller, please, later you just see some numbers on the screen right now. You can just copy them and call later after the program. It may not be today, it may be tomorrow. Just call the numbers and someone will attend to you. The Lord bless you.
Amen.
Yeah, we are talking about somebody that,
From this question, I think
Yes.
there's an intelligence there. Sisters should be careful. Whenever you want to marry, don't be too in a hurry. Like you rightly said, ma. Don't be too in a hurry. Follow due process. Don't let a man tell you, you're asking a man, where's your father? My father was staying in Kavanchan before he now moved. Where he is? Where is that father? You want to know. Where is that mother?
It's good to know who the person is. Okay. Thank you, ma.
And of course, I'll also say on my own part, we always ask the sisters, when they come up with the brother they want to marry, we always ask them, where did you meet? Who is the father of this lady? In fact, in the church, they always ask the parent to write to really show that they are in support of the marriage. And these are the things, it's always guiding so that they will not fall into
So
traps.
can we go back quickly to that question that says, there's a call coming in. Yes, please, can you write on? We are hearing you. Good evening, this is Living Couple. Oh, we lost that call. Okay. The man needs to inform the sisters and takes permission from the sisters before he does anything for the wife. So
I don't think that is proper, because one of the conditions for one to get married is that the person is seen to be matured. And if indeed you are matured, you don't have to take instructions from your sisters concerning your home. And so the sister, the wife is supposed to, call the husband, and they both sit down and, discuss the issue.
Okay, sir, we're having a call. Let me just cut you. Sorry, sir. Please, this is Living Couple. Good evening. Please, can you speak up a little? Good evening, sir.
Okay, my name is Steve. I'm calling from Nigeria.
Okay, please write down with your question.
Okay, my question is, I have been married for like 10 years now. But I found out that kind of, I'm an extrovert. I like people around me to be happy. So my wife is an introvert. And most times, when it comes up with a kind of mood, it gets over me. And I don't like that kind of thing. I will try to caution how to make her happy. I always tell her, you are more Christian as a born again, more than me. I should be learning from you, not me, not you learning from me. When you are happy, I think that God is at the very great thing and solve all the problems. But after a while, if you don't change, and wait in attitude. And by the time you I want them, even though God has blessed us and we are not brought up in that kind of manner. We are a disciplined player, and I believe that every children will be up to their heart, even though we have everything to provide for them, like some little house shop. But if they complain, look at it, look, it's so for the people. Why can't we go well? The answer is yes, is not happy.
Okay.
I'm making me to be angry. Now, to like, should I go, because we don't have stuff, because we don't have water to do. And something like, even somebody that is so for me to report, so that they can come out to water, so that they can see more. Because at times, I do not consider, okay, maybe because she did not really, she lost her mother at a tender age. So I believe that maybe she does not know much about man. But everything I have tried to do is just laying down. I don't know. And I think of it, should I go to our pastor? Should I go and report to our pastor? If I do that, she will get angry more. Why am I in this now? I'm not doing stuff. So I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, the woman that I lost room for.
Okay.
When I was in water, there was so much bad thing, and she accepted me. And now that I have been a change person, that we are supposed to be giving now only in peace and everything, like, I don't know how to be, I don't, because I look at it as a man. When I look at that, I need to hold my phone. My hook is not break. Everything I have tried does not work. And now started like, okay, the best thing for me is to come back home. Come back home, make peace and everything. Because yes, he's not. There are friends I look at that. Should I even go back to school so that I can enjoy myself and give myself actually? I don't know.
Please don't. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, God will provide solutions, sir.
Jesus.
Please don't go back to your old ways.
Don't go back.
It is well. So the questions are two. And the first one says, he's an extrovert, the wife an introvert. And, he likes people around him. And once the wife goes back to her shell, she's difficult to come out from there. And he doesn't like that. And many times he keeps, complaining and talking to her. And it's like, he has been managing it for years. So what can we say about that?
To be honest with you, this night will not be enough, because I've tried to listen to the history of this problem, and I can see that it is something that I've already tried to psychoanalyze what could be wrong. Number one, Daddy says the wife is an extrovert.
Introvert.
Yeah. And then Daddy said there was a time he was living in the world.
Yeah.
That woman might still be battling with unforgiveness. So Daddy, to be honest with you, please, I will try as much as possible. By the grace of God, I'm a psychologist, I'm a therapist. Please call after the service. Because that woman might not be telling you, she could still have a lot of, in fact, sometimes you said she will be happy, and at the time she just withdraw to her shell. She will just look at you and say, what this man has done to me in his life. Sir, you may not know, and this night, even if we tell you what to do, she might not be listening. She's the one. So please, she needs to go through therapy. Please call. Okay. You see the numbers that are displayed. Call and let us take you through. And to be honest with you, she will not want to report to her pastor. Please don't. Don't do that again. You know why? She might even respect you so much that she does not, if you take her to the pastor, she may not want to tell the pastor what you have done to her. So take her somewhere outside, people that know her. Let her go to somebody she can open up.
Okay.
So please call after.
Okay, we have another caller. Yes, you're on to Living Couple. Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is James.
Sorry, please, we can't hear you.
My name is James.
James, okay, please, can you continue with your question? Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, please, I have a question to ask.
Okay, right on.
Concerning the couple that are more or less going through that world, but the education just put to bed. They have a child.
Okay.
So, the man in question doesn't want to get involved in the wedding ceremony.
Okay.
Because they have some issues. But the lady now spoke to someone, a pastor, and the pastor doesn't want to get involved in the wedding ceremony as well. So, what's your position on that? That, okay, the man and the woman in question, they have some quarrels. As I said, they are going through divorce. So they don't want to name, the man doesn't want to get involved, but they want to name a child.
They don't want to.
I
Okay.
think I can answer
Okay.
that.
Thank God we have a pastor in the house. What he is saying is, there are these two couple abroad. These two people, the couple, they have a child, and they had issues. Now they want to go their separate ways. Now they have this child. To name the child,
the wife wants
the pastor to name the child. The pastor doesn't want to be involved in their issue. So what he is saying is, what should be done in this kind of?
It will not be proper.
He also said the husband does not want to come. Maybe I didn't hear right.
They are having problems. They are going through a process of divorce.
Okay.
So it's like he doesn't want to have anything to do with the lady. So I think I'm getting.
Is it the pastor or the husband?
No, not the husband. The man and the woman are having problem. They are going through a process of divorce.
Yes.
They now have a child. Now they want the lady. I think the man is not with her. She went and approached the pastor to come and name the child, and the pastor doesn't want to get involved in the matter.
Well, I'll come in this way. The pastor can come in by bringing the two of them to a table to settle the matter, because if the matter is not settled, it will not be proper for the pastor to go ahead and name the child.
Okay.
Because if you look at the book of Luke, John the Baptist, the name was asked from the father. And so when we go to name, we normally ask the father, what are the names you want to give to your child if that father is alive? That's the normal thing. And for the pastor to get this done, he has to make them to settle. Because if they don't settle, it can become a legal issue, and it can result in violence and things like that. And the pastor should not be seen around the corridor of violence.
Yeah, okay.
I think this question is also a straightforward one. That they are going through divorce. Let's even take that one aside. Does that mean the child who is going through the divorce? Number two, if the man is going through divorce, is he throwing the son away? So please, the first thing, I appreciate the person that called. As the person is calling on behalf of the person. Please advise them rightly. Call the man and say, sir, what is your problem?
The innocent child.
Even if you are going through divorce, is your child going through divorce? Bring the name to name your child.
Okay, we are having a call. Let's just quickly take this call. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, please tell us where you are calling from. Your name, please.
My name is Susanna. I'm calling from Lagos.
Okay, good evening.
Yeah. Sorry, the place is very noisy. Please, can we have a little attention about it?
Wait, sorry, please, can you repeat it?
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
I'm calling from Lagos. My name is Susanna.
Okay, good evening, Ms. Susanna.
Yeah. My sorry, I heard you people discussing about the living couples. So, my question is that what I said, you people are discussing living couples.
Discussing living couple.
Ma.
Yeah, what we're talking about on living couple is for marriages. We discuss issues. So what's your question? Okay, we lost that call. I think we
advise them that they should please not throw the child away because of any divorce. They should please come together and at least name the child. This child never knew anything.
Innocent child.
He wasn't the one that offended any of them. They should please. And please, the husband, I want to say this to the husband. There's no way that child will go up and go down. He's still your son.
Exactly.
So please don't allow whatever you are going through to make you say, I am leaving the child alone. And let me tell you, the woman, the Yoruba people will say itara, every child. I've seen some women that even bring their child to dedication. The husband will not be there. So women are just, it's something attributed to women. They want to always give their child to God. Maybe that was why the mother reached out to the pastor in the first place. But you need to be guided that the pastor cannot stand in the gap of your husband. The names of this child must at least come from the son, from the father. Sorry. So even if you are calling a pastor, there must be an approval from your husband. So she should also be guided. So that is what this brother can do. Number one is to talk to the man involved. And number two, to educate the wife that no matter how much you are going through the divorce, the pastor cannot stand as your husband.
Okay. You have any little thing to add? Okay, there's a little call. There's a call coming in. Good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. This is Living Couple. Hello, good evening. Yeah, this is Living Couple. Right on with your question, please. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm calling from people.
Okay. Please tell us your question.
Yeah. Hello?
Speak on, we are listening, we are hearing you.
Hello, Sister Lillian, we can hear you.
We lost that call.
Oh my God. I guess too many people.
Yeah, too many people are calling at the same time, and so we are having network problem. Yeah. Anyway, just still you can still call and or send a message. If you cannot get through, please just text us. We will read out your question. So, like we have said, I think the best is what we have just discussed. That just advise, like he is a friend or a brother or whatever, is just to guide them, to advise them not to throw away the baby. Yeah, to guide the two of them. Even if you are quarreling, a child is still a child any day, and it's always a
I also want to plead generally for the husbands. I've gone to name a child before, and because the child happened to be a female, the husband disappeared. And we were looking for him. I said, you are not even thanking God that your wife and your child is alive. So husbands, please, just show mercy. Just show mercy.
And we keep saying on this program, it wasn't the lady that gave back to the female.
It's the chromosome of the husband.
The Lord will help.
That decides the sex of the baby.
Oh, this is how far we can go tonight. Wow. Our time is fastly spent. And I know one way or the other would have touched one or two questions that might have been bothering some people at home. But if we have not answered your questions tonight, please, you can still send in your text messages. We'll look down when next will come. We will try and read it out, answer those questions. And if you have still been trying to get us on online, and that's through the phone, whatever, just send in text messages. I assure you that we will read your message. And there are some numbers scrolling on your screen for if you need help for counseling, you need to talk to somebody. There are some numbers scrolling on the screen right now. Please just copy those numbers, give a call, and most especially, send text message. If you see that no one is picking the call, just send them a text message, and I assure you, you will be attended to. We want to really appreciate Pastor Ariola, the man celebrating 23 years. So sunshine. I can see it's shining. Sunshine too is shining.
I tell you.
And she has done
women
a
are
good job.
trying.
They are.
Mommy, can you just give me 10 seconds? I want to say something.
Okay.
I've been having interaction with some people, after the display of the numbers calling. And I just want to say generally, please forgive. Please forgive. Okay. I'm pleading with you. Please forgive him, forgive her, so that you can come together again as one. God bless you.
Hallelujah. We want to appreciate everyone out there watching us live from Dove TV, Living Couple. We want to thank our beautiful the only lantern in the house. The light.
Oh my goodness.
That is, she knows her name now. Mommy Goda Dioye. Thank you for coming this evening.
Thank you,
the
Mommy.
Lord bless you mightily in Jesus' name. And for our producer, our
Pastor
producer.
Femi, shout out to you.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's
and
Day.
Happy Producer's Day.
If
I can add that to it.
Happy Producer's Day.
And to all our crew members working behind the cameras, we want to say we really appreciate you. Thank you for doing a wonderful work. Until we come your way, same time next week, we'll just tell you to keep watching Living Cup. But before we go, we want Mommy Go to give us a short word of prayer.
Everlasting King of glory will return all the glory back to you because marriage belongs to you.
Yes, Lord.
Thank you, Heavenly Father, because you are the one that started marriage. You are the genesis, the revelation, the beginning, the ending, the author, the finisher of marriage. Father, take over.
Amen.
For every home listening tonight, Father, take over.
Amen.
Heal.
Amen.
Deliver.
Amen.
Mend.
Amen.
Father, erase any scar that looks as if it has refused to heal.
Amen.
Holy Spirit, you are the greatest comforter. Comfort homes.
Amen.
Step into marriages
Amen.
tonight and have your way.
Amen.
Thank you, Heavenly Father.
Thank you, Lord.
We pray that anytime the trumpet will sound, make us rapturable.
Amen.
Thank you, Holy Spirit.
Amen.
In Jesus' mighty name we pray.
Amen.
Once again, we want to appreciate everyone that have watched us tonight. And we pray that God will bless you and keep your home in Jesus' name.
Amen.
And please, we all know what is happening right now. Please let us maintain hygiene, which is very, very important in the era that we are in. And I know as you do that, the Lord will bless you and keep you home. Remember, learn to forgive. I remain Oluwatoyin Olalekan. Good night and God bless you. Bye.
Happy Mother's Day to
Happy
Mommy
Mother's
Lydia.
Day. Thank you.
You greeted
so much.
everybody, you didn't greet yourself.
Oh, okay.
So on
Happy
behalf of
Mother's Day.
myself and Pastor Femi, we say Happy Mother's Day. to you.
Okay,
God
thank
bless
you,
ma.
thank you, thank you.
Dove Television. We are redeemed. Be redeemed.
Almighty God will send help to you from heaven.
I discovered that I could not see again. On that Holy Communion, I poured in it. wine into my hand. I am here tonight.
Anyone trying to tamper with God's blessing upon your life shall be frustrated.